Life is not about how many, but how much. Hello. Today I'd like to talk about an important topic, one that is very closely related to time management. What I want to say is that time cannot be managed, but you can manage yourselves. By managing your habits and your actions, you can achieve the same effect as managing time. Are there any theories, methods, or tools in this world that tell us how to improve, how to manage our matters and habits? Well, Peter Drucker, known as the father of management theory, said about time management, "Time is man's scarcest resource." He even ranks time as one of the top 5 skills needed in an effective manager. How then do we manage our time? Drucker also said we should record and analyze each day's events so we can manage our time better. Drucker found, in his analysis, that 80% of the tasks completed in a day are simple enough that they can be delegated to others. Only 20% are so important and so specific that you must complete them yourself. An Italian economist named Pareto advocated the 80-20 principle, stating that about 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. But Drucker proposes an 80-20 principle in time management. He thinks that we ourselves need to complete essential tasks, but not all tasks. This brings up a quote that I want to share with you now. Life lies not in how many things you complete, but in completing the critical few important things with your heart and soul and doing them to the best of your ability. This is called completing the critical few. A time management guru, Stephen Covey, wrote a book titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You may be familiar with it, but right now, can you recall these 7 habits? I believe most of you may have forgotten them. I've asked numerous people in my classes. Many people remember 1 or 2 or a few of them, but not all of them. This demonstrates that these 7 habits seem easy, but in fact they are difficult to put into use. Stephen Covey taught us an important principle, the 4 quadrants of time management, as a way of categorizing and prioritizing the tasks we need to accomplish at any given moment. The 4 quadrants of time management are important but non-urgent items, important and urgent items, unimportant and non-urgent items, and unimportant but urgent items. Both Stephen Covey and Peter Drucker stress the importance of completing important tasks. Covey went a step further by distinguishing between urgent and non-urgent, and matters and stresses the importance of completing the non-urgent matters. But what is a non-urgent matter? Simply, it means completing tasks that are not yet due. Relatively, matters of today are most urgent. Now, you may understand that, in fact, it's planning in advance that accomplishes this. It's what we Chinese call preparedness ensures success and unpreparedness spells failure. The key is non-urgent matters will become urgent matters if we don't complete them. By completing non-urgent matters in a timely fashion, they will no longer become urgent, and ultimately we will eliminate non-urgent matters. But in reality, it's hard to do this. Why? Because this concept is just that. It's an idea. You can expand this idea only after first categorizing the urgent and non-urgent items, and then by prioritizing them. Mark Twain, a famous American author, once said, "If the first thing you do each morning is to eat a live frog, you can go through the day with the satisfaction of knowing that it is probably the worst thing that is going to happen to you all day." Frogs represent challenging matters. There was another American, Brian Tracy. Decades ago, I listened to one of his audio tapes. He wrote a book named Eat That Frog, suggesting that we eat 3 frogs every day. And remember, what he's talking about is nothing more than the idea of completing important matters first. It is not easy to cultivate this habit unless you've mastered the idea of GTD. The idea of GTD comes from an American by the name of David Allen. He wrote 3 books: Getting Things Done, which is what GTD stands for. Getting Things Done 1, 2, and 3. I am a grateful owner of these books, and I am very thankful to Mr. David Allen. I suggest that you read and learn the knowledge contained in this set of books in both a macro and a micro sense. They focus not only on overall situations, but also on details. This is called seeing trees for the forest. The forests represent the macro knowledge, while trees are the micro knowledge. I will share more about this in the next session. So today, remember that life is not about how many things you accomplish, but in doing the most important things with as much heart and soul and doing them to the best of your ability. Thank you for your persistence in listening to the 100 classes of Ye Wubin's opinions on time management. Thank you. If you feel these classes are good, please share with your friends.